welcome. It's lovely to have you here again today for a cup of tea. It's not like I checked it, I just know that my eyes have already seen it, but the little message from the cup of tea today is New Zealand, you are my cup of tea. New Zealand, you are my cup of tea. You see, we've got everything there, the air elements, the fire elements, the water elements, the earth elements, and then the magic, the thing that pulls it all together. Spirit, energy, us, New Zealand. We're all there. So let me start today with the Holy Bible. A while back, I went to one of the protest marches in Auckland, and I took this Bible and I met some women who my assumption is they are in Brian Tamaki's church, and I shared that I am like them, but I'm not like them. I do tarot cards, and I did go to Spiritualist Church. So we are in the same box or the same label, but I'm like you, but I'm not like you. And these women were like me, and I asked if, with them knowing the Bible better than me, what passages would they recommend for me? And they both were lovely and gave me passages. I then wanted to get into Bible study with two of my friends, and they said yes, they could do that. And then their real life has just blown up with real life stuff, and I've been doing my own Bible study. YouTube has a lot of Bible study stuff, and there is even New Zealand preachers doing Bible stuff, and it's been really helpful for me. So then I stopped with the Bible, and because I'd come to this page, and Psalms 5, a prayer for protection. Listen to my words, O Lord, and hear my sighs. Listen to my cry for help, my Lord and King. I pray to you, O Lord. You hear my voice in the morning. At sunrise I offer my prayer and wait for your answer. You are not a God who is pleased with wrongdoing. You allow no evil in your presence. You cannot stand the sight of the proud and hate all wicked people. You destroy all liars and despise violent, deceitful people. But because of your great love, I can come into your house. I can worship in your holy temple and bow down to you in reverence. Lord, I have so many enemies. Lead me to do your will. Make your way plain for me to follow. What my enemies can say, never be trusted. They only want to destroy. Their words are flattening and smooth, but full of deadly deceit. Condemn and punish them, O God. May their own plots cause their ruin. Drive them out of your presence because of their many sins and their rebellion against you. But all who find safety in you will rejoice. They can always sing for joy. Protect those who love you. Because of you, they are truly happy. You bless those who obey you, Lord. Your love protects them like a shield. And yes, once I stumbled upon that, because the Bible, not blasphemous, but it can be a tool for spirituality. Someone comes to me and asks a question. Oftentimes I'm guided to the Bible and open it up to a page and hand it to them and say, this is what they want you to read. That's just a fact. It's not blasphemy. So yesterday was a big day, and the slate doesn't look clean, but it's a clean slate today, New Zealand. I've seen the whiteboard in my mind, and it's just been rubbed clean. And yeah, there are people who draw on the whiteboard in vivid and it can't be wiped off. But there is a little trick. You just go over top of it with the whiteboard pen, and then when you rub and rub away, the vivid goes as well. So none of this is inevitable. We're not stuck. The slate is being cleaned, people. So let's dive into today. So we started off yesterday in the morning, and it was 1 year since Auckland, well, that's where I live, got shoved into that level 4 lockdown. And someone on the Twittergram asked, how has COVID changed you? And this was my answer. I used to be a caterpillar. 1 year ago, I went into my cocoon of my heart. And like the caterpillar, I dissolved. Everything I thought about myself was up for reassessment. I'm now a butterfly with my own heart guiding my actions. I escaped the matrix of my mind. And then I went to the dentist, and I've been having, for this whole year, I've been having an incredible toothache that I have been to the dentist about 10 times, and they're trying really hard and been really nice to me, and they just can't find the issue. Long story short, I believe that my tooth is aching because I have not been being my true and authentic self, and now that I've started, the toothache is waning, and I am so grateful that these beautiful health professionals who take care of me did not give in to my screaming out and crying, please just give me a root canal, whatever tooth you have to do it to, 3 of them, just make this pain go away. And one of the lovely ladies there, and this is where words in me, it is a thing, and I know her name is Tony, but I think it could be Tori, and I will land on it, but she has had an accident and she needs surgery. And when I left, I said, I hope and pray for you that the doctors, the nurses, everyone taking care of you on that day is in their best form, the very best version of them. They are this version of them, and they can fully focus on you and your health. And then I said I would light her a candle. And that's the thing, if I tell someone I light them a candle, it's not just hippie blah blah love and light stuff. I light the candle. And so that is for her, and I do, that is my hope. My hope for the person is, yes, I want you to come through this surgery and be incredibly well at the end of it, but I just rise it up a level, and I ask that all the people responsible for that are their best versions of them. So then I came back, and the Twittergram was still going off, and there were people, just hurt people can sometimes lash out and say, I hope they get what that is coming to them. And these people can, the people who were doing the hurting can say ugly things back. And so I was seeing some of that. And then this was just my little 2 cents worth on the comment. You do a comment. I see it differently. Humanity is on a journey from ignorance to intelligence. Victim blaming and victim shaming doesn't help with that process. It only reinforces bad behaviours, decisions and thought processes, not growth. Every Kiwi is in the same storm, different boats. And then that kind of went off on a bit of a segue about the ugly, and once again, it was my take. This is the long game playing out, and why the push to vilify and be ugly to the unwilling was so ferocious, vile, and unrelenting. The ringleaders incited ugly, and human nature did its pack thing, and a lot got swept away. It's hard to do a U-turn when all you see is a mirror. So yeah, if you're encouraged to come out of yourself up here and be slightly ugly It's really hard to do a U-turn because you just see your own ugly in the mirror, and that's confronting for me, and yet not. So then there was a comment back, yes, they encourage people to be so nasty. Now those people can't change course without massive shame. So yeah, same thinking. And then I just went fully personal. From personal experience, I have worked for many corporations controlled by psychopaths, and in these toxic environments, in moments of fight or flight, I have been a less than nice version of myself to get the job done. So yeah, sitting here in my true heart thing, yeah, there's been versions of me out here, except I'm not a narcissist, I'm not a psychopath, and the minute I see, crikey, I've hurt someone, it's a wake-up call. It's like the ice bucket challenge. It wakes me up and I just be like, I have to get out of here because I do not like this me that this place is making me become and come back to here. So that was that little segue. And then I went off and I did some research because it is rebrand time. I've been making this up as I go, and it's all come clear to me now. It's come back to me now. My thing, like, everyone has a niche, everyone has a thing, and the thing that is my niche is mental not healthy people and New Zealand. And that's what this YouTube channel thing is all about. And I am not everyone's cup of tea. I've seen, over 200 tarot card readers probably on YouTube, and so many of them are not my cup of tea. But then there will be someone who just vibes and gels with me. I vibe with their tribe, and they are my cup of tea. So I went and did some research to find out who are the other tarot card readers in New Zealand, and I stumbled across two, Spirituality with J and Wayfarer Gypsies. And they're like me but not like me. So if all the mental health guff isn't your cup of tea, and the tarot stuff, you like that, but I just can't stand all of her mental health stuff, these are the ladies that I would love to point you to, because this is all about New Zealand, and I'm not like you, but I am like you. And then it dived into the Dr. Guav spilt some tea last night, and that's what the kids keep telling me is, you cock it up every time you say drop the tea. It's not drop the tea, Kelly, it's spilt the tea. But anyway, and so the Twittergram went off on that one, and I listened to the full extended interview, and I wish I had have been taking notes, because I think he said justice at least 10 times in the first 10 minutes, maybe 20. He said justice a lot. So that was confirmation for me about We keep getting the justice card for the last couple of weeks. Here it is. My take of it is just rogue versus whistleblower. So, semantics, it's all in the language. He kept going on and on about 1.5 years. From a signalling perspective, he said that so many times. He also said justice so many times. He also said more will come out. And he said that many times as well. And not once did the investigative reporter, journalist, I've watched The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I know how a journalist behaves because I've seen it on the TV. So it has to be real. And not once was there a, let me grab that thread and ask what could possibly come out. What are you alluding to? What are you referring to? And just as I wrote that down, this little list just wrote itself. So, and then it did it in order. So 3 waters, the tea poo pow pum poo thing, treatment, safe and effective, mandates, cost of living payments, and then the list just wanted to keep going. All of the Friday night legislation that got dropped in the last 18 months, 1.5 years, Emergency use, they wanted a huge exclamation mark. And then the last one, where did the printed money really go? So that, you know, I'm not the investigative journalist. That's not my thing. I've watched The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and I do not have that in me. Tarot and cups of tea is what I do. So yeah, anyway, that was my 7 list. And when I asked, okay, what is the most important thing I need to take from listening to this 47 minutes of this incredibly direct, articulate man answering every question calmly and clearly, what is the most important message, Spirit, that I need to take from this? And he said, and they said, I keep very meticulous records. And the eagles, Gandalf's eagles just came to me, so yeah, the eagles. Anyway, if you know Lord of the Rings and you know that Gandalf can call the eagles and they come and save, you know, the people that look like they're about to be martyred. Yeah, the eagles. Anyway, if you don't know Lord of the Rings, you don't know Lord of the Rings. So yeah, I think we're now up to our question of the day. Oh yeah, and these box me, label me things, like, this is it. I am being put in the box and the label of right-wing extremist, and I think if it's fair, if you want to pop me in that box, you have to know exactly who you are putting me in there with. And I have had people, friends, colleagues that have sent me text messages saying, aren't you afraid with what I'm doing? You know, outing myself. I do tarot cards, you know. No, I'm not afraid. If I'm going to be put in a cage, I want to be my real me being put in the cage, not struggling and frightened as all heck as I'm trying to tell you, but I don't go to Destiny's church, I go to Spiritualist church, and but I do have a Bible, but I actually use tarot cards. No, put me in the cage knowing who I really am, not who you think I am or you have been told I am. So yeah, this is me, my authentic self, dealing with every version of me that I've ever been for however many years, close 5 decades, and consolidating it all into, you know, the queen of my own heart. Anyway, that was a little bit of a sideways. That's obviously for me to listen to a little bit later. So episode 18. Oh, I didn't write the date. I meant to write the date. 19th of the 8th, 22. What is preventing the current Prime Minister of New Zealand from openly and transparently agreeing to Dr. Sharma's repeated request for an independent QC inquiry? So that's the question. We're going to use the Kachina knife, and just so we're clear of which card, the preventing is going to be the thing in the middle. The current Prime Minister of New Zealand is card number 1, and call it the situation, this inquiry, is going to be number 3. So yeah, that's that. And yeah, so here's the cards. Something we shuffled earlier. Oh crikey. Okay, something we shuffled earlier. So these ones want to go on top. And celebration card just flicked out. You saw that yourself. So it all works out in New Zealand. It all works out. 3 of Cups. We're all happy again. We're all one big family, united, remembering what unites us instead of what divides us. And at the moment, it seems that what unites us is our collective energy are focusing on this independent inquiry, and we are all focused on the same thing. So let's see what the cards have to say. Current Prime Minister of New Zealand. The inquiry thing. the past that led to this, and what is preventing the outcome, and some advice, and some more advice. Okay, no, that won't go that way. Okay, so this is a big reading. All these major arcana. This is a big reading. So, the current Prime Minister of New Zealand. This is a messages card using your words in mind, and this is a brand new world for her. She, the old playbook, my old lines, they're not going to work for me. I refute the premise. If I may, I wouldn't classify it, I wouldn't call it that. Like, those lines aren't going to work, and this is like a brand new baby having to come up with some new words. So that's what's going on there. This independent inquiry thing, this is the magician card. This is, you manifest heaven on earth, and for all of those that are just praying to know the truth, this inquiry will make it happen. Yeah, so what's stopping us is the eight of wands. I think this is the 8 of wands. I have to defend everything I've ever said. So I've said all these things, I've done all these things. 2, 4, 6. Oh no, this is the 9. Oh crikey, it's even worse. The 9 things I have said that actually were all shrouded in mystery and secrets and not quite what I said. And if you go back and look at the maths of my language, like it kind of, you can kind of see that I wasn't, so that's that energy. And yeah, to hold on everything that was said, this cannot happen. So what's the outcome? It happens. This is working away at it. This is, the physical and material world. This Dr. Guav, this Dr. Sharma, he didn't just get frightened and say, I was a bit ugly and oh crikey, now it's woken me up, I've had my ice bucket challenge and oh crikey, but I've done some of that stuff and oh crikey, the shade, it's all gonna come, and 120 against 1, or whatever the number is. Crikey, he hasn't done that. He's kept very meticulous records, and he, to me, looks like he got started a long time ago. So for the people on the Twitter saying he's just getting started, I think he's only getting started in the revelation of this stuff. And so what is the advice for us? The advice is the Star card. This is a really beautiful card, and it's encouraging. What I'm seeing is it's encouraging people to go into their heart. Forget, the clean slate. Forget everything you did and didn't do the last 18 months. How are you feeling? And does it align with your true heart? And if you're feeling a bit yucky, prayer works. Just ask for some divine guidance. And what I'm seeing from this is we can cool the emotions in our deep, unconscious, subconscious, all those places that have been nagging, saying, oh, something's not right. We can cool those really calmly if we just also start pouring some of the starlight onto the physical and material world and just uncover all of this. Because it's what New Zealand deserves. It's truly what we deserve. We are decent Kiwis, hard-working, good people. Full stop, the end, underline, nothing else to say. So the secondary advice is just enlightenment. You're upside down. This is literally the reverse of this card. In the Major Arcana, you do the first half as your immature journey. You know, I knew everything, and then you get your midlife and you go, crikey, if only I knew what I didn't know. And so literally these cards being below each other means it's just, yeah, what I said in my little Tweety thing, you know, I dissolved myself. I dissolved. Everything I thought about myself was up for reassessment. And that is what the Hanged Man card gives us. So yeah, this is big, New Zealand. And for my money and my cards, justice will be served. New Zealand will get to see the truth. It is going to be challenging for quite a lot of us, and all I can offer is if it gets really, really hard, and you don't know who is possibly going to get you, you know, I've been down here so victimised, or actually Kelly, I was one of the police that they made go and smash those protesters, and I've done the ugly, and I hate it. I hate how it makes me feel, and now because I've done it once, they're asking me to do it again, and how do I speak up now when I didn't speak up then? So if any of those people are out there wanting to come and have a cup of tea, I'm your girl. We got this, New Zealand. We got this. We are going to raise our cups in celebration. And yeah, see, these three ladies, they're not like me, but they're like me. And that's what we need. Well, that's what I'm holding on to. I will not allow myself to be manipulated and be divided. So, back to our beautiful New Zealand deck. And I shuffled this, and I have said what is the collective energy of our 6 million New Zealanders today. The Hierophant. Tradition, conformity, morality, and ethics. Oh no, it's the High Priestess. No, it is the Hierophant, sorry. Tauhanga? Oh, but he's a high priest. Ha ha ha. So yeah, when we put that with that one, all the secrets, they're coming out. And these are the secrets about tradition, conformity, morality, and ethics. And yeah, my last bit is if the people of New Zealand believe that this is just about the last 1.5 years, there's a song that Phoebe sings in the Friends thing, and I used to like the Friends, and there's this song she sings, and then the little thing, and she goes, "You're just kidding yourself." So yes, that's the final card is a little message from old Phoebe from Friends. And yeah, if you think this has just been the last 2.5 years, you're just kidding yourself. Have a beautiful day in New Zealand. And now one of my Twitter people has asked me a comment about, are they getting a new Aston Martin? And so I'm going to do the cards on that. Yeah. Oh, let's just move New Zealand over here. And what's this one? Temperance. Another beautiful card. Okay, take care. Half an hour cup of tea. Oh well, I suppose on Fridays people did used to take the proverbial a little bit and go a bit longer on their cup of teas. Bye.